Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we are rebuilding the Dallas Mavericks in NBA 2K24 after them having one of the best trade deadlines. I think we all know what the Mavericks did at this point, so basically they went ahead and traded basically Rashawn Holmes and some draft compensation for Gafford. I feel like this is a really good trade, definitely in the playoffs, because I don't know if you can rely on a rookie Derek Lively. Don't get me wrong, Lively is really good, but I don't know if you can rely on him to start in the playoffs. That's why Gafford, I think he's a really good addition. And then they needed some size down there. They definitely needed a backup five. Dwight Powell obviously couldn't provide that. I still feel like he's more of a power forward, but obviously Gafford is a really good addition, man. I really like that trade for them. The other trade they went ahead and did was they traded for PJ Washington of the Charlotte Hornets. So they basically traded Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and I think it was a first-round pick for PJ Washington. It was a top 2 protected pick. I'm not quite sure which year. I have to, look it back up, but they got Peter Washington. So definitely some really good moves. Obviously, they still needed a backup point guard, which Dinwiddie just signed with the Lakers. Really like that for them. But yeah, they had a really good trade deadline. So I feel like Luka definitely got some help. But if you take a look at the rotation, the way it is right now, you got Luka, Kyrie, Dante Exum, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively. I feel like Lively will continue to start over Derek Lively. I feel like Lively will continue to start over Daniel Gafford, but I'll just, have Lively start for now. We'll have Gafford off the bench, Tim Hardaway, Dwight Powell, Derrick Jones Jr., and then, Josh Green, which I want him to get minutes, which I'll put him over Dwight Powell. I feel like he definitely deserves minutes over Dwight Powell at this point. He's been playing really good for the Mavericks in recent, so Dwight Powell will be completely out of the rotation. Gene Hardy is the guy that I definitely think that, could be getting minutes, but I'll just leave him right there. And I will see you guys at the end of the season, with this new look Dallas Mavericks team, post-trade deadline Mavericks. What do you guys think about the trades? You guys think it was a good trade for them? Because I definitely think it was, but comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. At the end of the season, Luka Doncic is going to win the MVP, averaging 36 points per game, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, shooting almost 50, 40, 90, but he shot, 80% from the field, almost 50, 40, 90. But Rookie of the Year going to Victor Wembanyama, Sixth Man going to Russell Westbrook, Defensive Player also going to Wembanyama, Most Improved going to Jalen Johnson, Clutch Player going to Stephen Curry, Coach of the Year going to Mike Malone of the Nuggets. All-NBA first team, we got Luka. There's Kyrie show up on here, and no, he does not. So, you can see we were the 6th seed at the end of the season. We got to play the Timberwolves. So we made the playoffs. That's great. So heading into our player stats here, obviously we had 26 from Luka, absolute stud. 26 from Kyrie. We have 15 from Tim Hardaway Jr. 13 from PJ Washington. 10 from Daniel Gafford. 9 from Derrick Jones Jr. 9 from Josh Green. 8 from Dante Exum. 8 from Derek Lively. 8 from Jaden Hardy. And 5 from Dwight Powell. So at the end of it, like I said, we still got to play the Timberwolves. So Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Carmelo Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid. Monte Morris is a steal, in my opinion. They got him for, I think, was Shake Milton and Troy Brown. Really good trade for them. Monte Morris will definitely help them out as the backup point guard. Nick Alexander Walker, Kyle Anderson. They also signed Joe Harris, which is kind of interesting. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can beat the Timberwolves, and we are going to beat them in 7 to play the Los Angeles Clippers. So the Clippers decided to make no moves at the deadline, but James Harden, Norman Powell, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Mason Plumlee, even Zubac, Russell Westbrook, Bones Highland, Daniel Tice. So can we beat the Clippers? Let's see. We are going to take game 1, and we are going to go down 3-2, and we are going to lose in 6 to the LA Clippers. So the Clippers go on to go to the finals to play the Pacers, and the Clippers going to win the championship. Finals MVP going to Paul George. So we do sadly go out in round 2, which I'm not going to fire Jason Kidd yet because next year's coaching pool is really good. There's a lot of good coaches we can sign if we fire Jason Kidd next year, which that is probably the plan if we lose again. That's the thing. So heading into the draft lottery, the Bulls are going to get number 1, the Blazers are going to get number 2, the Grizzlies are going to get number 3, which we probably don't have a big lottery pick, or we probably don't even have a pick this year, which we don't. Yeah, like I said, we don't have a pick until 2025. So Next year, I believe so. Yeah, next year. So, I'll just go ahead and skip through the draft, and also go ahead and go to team player options. So, team player options, we have nobody qualifying offers. We have Greg Brown, Brandon Williams, two players I'm not too concerned about bringing back. I'm not going to bring them back anyway. So, free agency time. LeBron James is a free agent, which obviously we can't bring him in. We all know Kyrie Irving tried to get him last offseason, but obviously it didn't end up happening. So, we have no bird rights either. So, team right now. We got Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway Jr., and then Jaden Hardy. We got Dante Exum, Josh Green, Peter Washington, Olivia Maxence Prosper, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Dwight Powell, and Maxi Kleber. Alright, so I definitely think we have a lot of centers here with, Lively, Gafford, Powell, and Maxi Kleber. Kleber is more of a power forward, but he's labeled as center for some reason. Okay, so what I think we need is definitely a backup point guard. We have no backup point guard, and I also think we need an extra forward just in case, because I don't think I can trust Dante Exum or Josh Green to be that for us. We need some defense here, in my opinion. I know we have some if you're making this prosper, but I don't know if he'd be ready to play next year. I'm not banking on it. You got some with Gafford and Lively, so I definitely think we need some with defense. We need a defensive forward. So let's take a look at free agency. So Kyle Lowry is a free agent. Obviously, he can still play defense at the age of 38, which is kind of surprising. Reggie Jackson is here. Chris Dunn is a really good defender, which I might actually bring him in. We got Skylar Mays, so he's a really underrated point guard in my opinion. I feel like if we bring in Skylar Mays, that wouldn't be terrible. Might even go up in overall, just depends. I got Alec Burks here. Recently got traded to the New York Knicks. It's interesting. Not really the most defender. I think he is. I'm not quite sure, but T.J. Warren, Torian Prince-Mo, Fontecchio. We got Robert Covington, which he's a really good defender. Andre Drummond, Mason Plumlee, Mo Bamba, and Luke Cornett. So no need to sign Andre Drummond. We have a lot of centers, so what I think we need to do is we need to make a trade. There's not really the best options out there, even though we could go for it. I'm going to try to make a trade for a defensive wing off the bench. So I'm going to see if we can find them. I'm going to look around the league and I'm going to see what the best options are. Alright, so I was looking around the league, and I found some really good ideas in mind that we can go ahead and go after. So, number one would be the Atlanta Hawks, DeAndre Hunter right now. The Hawks are apparently, I don't know why they're contending, which they really shouldn't be right now. 39 to 43. I would label them as selling probably, because I don't think they're going to probably, contend at the offseason if they're 39 to 43. They could look to trade some guys. So, DeAndre Hunter is a guy that I would definitely think the Hawks would be willing to give up at the, in the off season, so he's a guy we can go after. Another guy that I think would maybe be available here, but I'm not quite sure, would be the Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith. They've been kind of, they've been asking for too much, I think, to trade Dorian Finney-Smith, or just didn't want to trade him. The Nets and the Bulls still think they're contenders. They're not willing to trade their pieces. Apparently, they got better at the deadline, trading Spencer Dinwiddie for Dennis Schroeder. I still don't know what they're doing either. I don't know what their plan is. I think they should just start a rebuild, but, Dorian Finney-Smith is a guy that we can definitely reunite with the Dallas Mavericks. And then option number 3 was the Pistons, Isaiah Stewart. So there's a lot of options, obviously. I know there's a lot more, but those are the guys that I would, have interest in trading for right now. But obviously, I think DeAndre Hunter would be the best get for the team. So you might go for DeAndre Hunter, or, Alex Caruso is here as well. So Caruso would be another guy. Not really a forward, though, more of a guard, which we could use a backup point guard. Caruso could definitely play that, so we can go after Alex Caruso first, actually. So he'd be a defensive guy we can, bank on off the bench. So Dwight Powell probably have to be in the trade, which, there's Dwight Powell's a 78, Caruso is an 80, so they might value him a little bit. So, and then we probably have to include a young player in the trade. Maxence Prosper, Hardy, Kleber, Josh Green. We might just be able to get away with, trading him for a 2028 first-round pick. So say it's the Dwight Powell 2028 first-round pick for Alex Caruso. Let's see what they say to this, and they're going to decline, which is fair. I'll throw a second-round pick in there. Still going to decline. I'll throw another second, and they're still going to decline. So Alex Caruso, unless we maybe include Olivia Maxence Prosper, probably not going to agree to it, which I don't even know if the Mavericks could trade a first-round pick. So Dwight Powell second, and Olivia Maxence Prosper for Alex Caruso. Still going to decline it. I'll throw another second-round pick in there. Still going to decline. So Alex Caruso just too valuable for the Bulls to give up right now. Which if they still value him this way in the offseason, it's whatever, and I can Alex Caruso. So like I said, I'm going to try to go after DeAndre Hunter. of the Atlanta Hawks. I don't know if he's the best defender available, but he would be at least a decent wing to play at small forward. So DeAndre Hunter would be the guy I go after here. So DeAndre Hunter, he's making about 21 million, so it would be kind of hard to get to his salary, but I think we can do it with Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract. So let's say it's Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway's contract, we could definitely get something better on the market, but right now, as I see, DeAndre Hunter is the best option we can go after. So let's say DeAndre Hunter and 2 second-round picks, or Tim Hardaway and 2 second-round picks for DeAndre Hunter, and they are going to decline. They think they're contenders, but they're not. 3 seconds, and they're still going to decline. Okay. I'll be willing to throw Olivia Mason's Prosper if we're going to get DeAndre Hunter. So Hardaway, 2 seconds, and Omax for DeAndre Hunter, and they're still going to decline because they think they're contenders. Okay, we're not getting DeAndre Hunter because the things they're contenders, but I'm telling you, they're really not contenders at all. I don't know why they're labeled as that, so we can maybe get somebody else, but, I mean, it was Dorian Finney-Smith, which I guess he wouldn't be terrible. I mean, Tim Hardaway for him, the overalls are not really. So I was looking around the league, and I feel like I found the guy to go after here. I have 2 options, actually. So, number one, we can go after the Chicago Bulls, Alex Caruso. Not really a forward, but he can definitely be a really good addition, in my opinion. Alex Caruso would be the guy we go after if we don't get the other guy. So Caruso would be the guy. So Caruso right now, Bulls are buying. Still not rebuilding. They should be rebuilding, but they're buying. No clue what they're doing at the deadline. I have no clue other than just trade DeMar DeRozan, trade Vooch. They should have definitely traded Caruso because he's at his peak right now. He's playing the best basketball of his career. Imagine what they can get for him. Teams were offering, like, I believe, 3 to 4 first-round picks for Caruso. Imagine what they could have gotten for Alex Caruso. Like, who knows if he's gonna continue to play like this, and next season they can get the best value for Alex Caruso. That's why it would make so much sense to trade him right now. But they still think they're gonna push for the playoffs, which we all know they're not making the NBA Finals and making the playoffs, right? There's no shot. I mean, Zach LaVine will be healthy, but no, it's just not happening. I'm telling you, the team is just not great right now. Lonzo Ball, they can bake on him coming back in the playoffs, but no, it's just not happening. So, other guy was the Atlanta Hawks, and that is DeAndre Hunter. They're rebuilding, so it might be a little bit easier to get him. They have no players in the trade block. Well, DeAndre Hunter. Jalen Johnson's probably not going to be the guy. So, the first guy I'm going to try to go after is the Bulls, Alex Caruso. In my opinion, he just perfect, man. As a backup guard, obviously we're not trading Luka Doncic for him, but let's see who we can trade. So, I'm not trading Luka, Kyrie, Derek Lively, Exum. Hardaway, I don't know, but, I feel like maybe if we can just get away with, let's say it's Dwight Powell in the trade, and then yeah, so Dwight Powell, then they can take on like Olivia Mixon's Prosper, and then let's say it's 2 second-round picks for Alex Caruso. I'll be willing to throw a first-round pick in there if needed, but let's say if we can get away with this, and they are going to decline. Fair enough, I'll throw 3 seconds in there, which they still decline. I'll throw a first-round pick in there. I'll be willing to do that, obviously. So 2028 first-round pick for Alex Caruso. They're going to decline, which is fair, I guess. They're still trying to hold on to him, which I feel like they should have agreed to a trade by now. Getting Omax in a first-round pick, Dwight Powell as well. So you might just go after DeAndre Hunter, since he might be a little bit more easier to get. I'm not trying to trade all these first-round picks for Alex Caruso at the moment, so Hunter would be the guy we go after at the moment. So let's say it's Dwight Powell for DeAndre Hunter straight up. We can throw some second-round picks there. They might say yes to this because apparently he's a 2.5-star value to them, so they might even say yes to this, and they do not agree to the trade. I'll throw another second in there. Okay, we might have to throw a first-round pick in there, or just throw Living Mixon's Prosper. They should say yes to this now, and yes, they do. So DeAndre Hunter, welcome to Dallas. He'll be on new starting small forward. I'm pretty sure they had interest in him back then. So DeAndre Hunter, we had a lot of expiring contracts, so he's the guy we go after, which I love. We could have traded Tim Hardaway, which I didn't think of that. We could have kept Olivia Mixon's Prosper, but DeAndre Hunter, welcome to Dallas. We still have Tim Hardaway, which we can use later in a trade, maybe at the deadline. His $60 million should come in handy. So DeAndre Hunter would be the forward that we start over Exum and Josh Green. So I like that addition for us, definitely. So now we need a backup power forward and a backup point guard, and we should be ready to head into the next season. So What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna go and sign Skylar Mays to, like, let's say it's a $4 million 2-year deal, really underrated point guard in my opinion. So let's bring in Skylar Mays, and then he'll be our new backup point guard. Hopefully he goes up in overall. Then maybe we can, bring in Robert Covington to, like, let's say it's a minimum contract for Robert Covington, and then that'll be it. We can still bring back Derrick Jones. I kind of forgot about him, but you know what? Sure, let's go ahead and bring in Derrick Jones Jr. back. Why not? Let's not sign Robert Covington. Let's try to bring back Derrick Jones. I don't know if we can actually, and no, we can't. So Covington, I'm sorry, I want you back, bro. I'm gonna actually sign you. I know you just completely declined you, but I'm bringing you in, Robert Covington. Okay, we're not gonna be able to re-sign Derrick Jones, so it'll be Luka, Skylar Mays, which I believe in. We have Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway, Jaden Hardy. We have DeAndre Hunter, Dante Exum, and Josh Green. We have Peter Washington, Robert Covington, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, and Maxi Kleber. Perfect. I really like what we have this far. So heading into player progression here, Greg Brown comes back. We got Kyrie Irving going down, Derek Lively going up, Peter Washington is going down, which you don't love to see. Jaden Hardy is going up. Skylar Mays stays the same. We got Robert Covington and Maxi Kleber going down. So we definitely still could use a trade. I don't think this team is completely perfect yet. There's still some holes in the team, definitely defensively. And, we still need some backup guards, but at the deadline, we'll most likely still have at least one of those issues here at the trade deadline. So, most likely, I'll see you guys at the trade deadline and make a trade after I show you guys my rotation or the rotation. So, got Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Hunter, PJ Washington, Derek Lively. We got Dante Exum, Daniel Gafford, Tim Hardaway Jr., and then Gene Hardy as the rotation, which that does leave out Josh Green and Skylar Mays, which I'd love to give Josh Green some minutes, but I'm fine with this rotation for now. And then bench, we don't have to play at 90 bench utilization. I'm gonna push that down quite a bit. Let's say it's like a 55. We don't need to play that many, minutes off the bench. That'll be it. I will see you guys at the end of the season, or actually at the trade deadline. I forgot about that. So I'll see you guys at the deadline to maybe make a move. It just depends how we're doing. We might not, but we'll see. We're stopping at the trade deadline right now. We're 30 and 20. Necessarily, really don't have to make a move, but we're 10 games over, 500, so we could just leave it. But I still want to go ahead and make a trade here. I'm desperately looking for an upgrade off the bench. Josh Green might have to be traded here because we really have no other, because he's not getting minutes here, and we might have to trade him. He might be a little bit angry, and I think we might have to trade him. His contract is pretty good too, so we might have to use his contract in a trade, and then some other guys, and then we can maybe get something pretty good. So what I'm looking for is a better backup point guard or a better backup power forward off the bench. We really don't have to, but we can maybe throw some guys in here. We have a lot of good dirt teams, as you can see. So let's say we throw Josh Green and Maxi Kleber in a trade to see what we can get, to see what pops up. So let's see. Okay, so we got Paul Reed, not really the guy I'm looking for. Monte Morris will be a great backup point guard, getting AJ Green as well. So Monte Morris we can get right now if we really wanted to. So I'm going to keep that in mind. Kola Vucevic, Sam Hauser, and Payton Pritchard. Not really what I'm looking for either. We got Markelle Fultz and Norman Powell. We traded top 3 protected 2027 first round pick. I'm pretty sure this pick is already traded to the Hornets. So I'm not quite sure. But Markelle, we can trade another first just in case. So Markelle Fultz wouldn't be terrible. Not really a 3-point shooter, though. I mean, he can score definitely 14 points, as you can see, so Fultz might not be terrible. Getting Norman Powell as well. Vince Williams Jr., Clint Capella, Nick Richards, Jordan Clarkson. So we're getting a lot of good options here. Roy Hachimura and Gabe Vincent. We traded 2025 pick. Interesting. Okay. Roy Hachimura would be a really good backup forward off the bench. 12 points per game. Pretty, I guess, pretty efficient. We get Gabe Vincent as well. Backup point guard, not terrible. Isaiah Hurt and son and Mike Conley. So we don't need a backup 5, even though Hurt's would be great. Mike Conley is the guy, but he's 37. He'll probably just go down overall. Dennis Schroeder and Dorian Finney-Smith. Ooh, we traded a first-round pick as well. Schroeder would be the dream backup point guard you would want, in my opinion. Schroeder. We also get Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench, 42% from 3. Obviously, a really good defender. So there's a lot of good options here. We get Tyus Jones and Steven Adams. A lot of good options we can go after here, man. There's definitely a lot of good ones. So we can get Markelle Fultz, we can get Monte Morris, or we can get Hachimura, we can get Dennis Schroeder or Dorian Finney-Smith. I think we might have to do that trade for, Dennis Schroeder, but, I don't know which one we do, really. It's kind of tempting, in my opinion. So, instead of, let's say we'll include Jaden Hardy, because I feel like he had more value than Josh Green. So, and no, I was wrong, never mind. I guess we're not getting the same offers, but we're definitely getting more offers. So, alright. I'll be willing to do this here, Maxi Kleber and Josh Green. I'm kind of tapping towards the Nets deal. We can get, or we can do this deal with the Bucks. Obviously, we get Monty Morris. I'm kind of leaning towards the Brooklyn Nets trade, where we get Dan Schroeder and Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench. We traded first-round pick as well. So we're trading Maxi Kleber and Dorian, or trading Maxi Kleber and Josh Green, and a first-round pick to get Dennis Schroeder off the bench, also Dorian Finney-Smith as a backup for. So Dennis Schroeder and Dorian Finney-Smith, welcome to Dallas. So Schroeder will be seventh man off the bench, XM Live. So right now, Dorian Finney-Smith says he wouldn't get any minutes, which is interesting, to say the least. But I'm one run 10 rotation to get Dorian Finney-Smith, and in my opinion, it's Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm one run 10 rotation to get DFS in the rotation. He'll be like 10 minutes off the bench. Then I like that. I like it a lot. That leaves Jaden Hardy out, which I feel will be fine without him. So our new bench will be Derek Lively, Dennis Schroeder, Tim Hardaway, Dante Exum, and Dorian Finney-Smith. Really good bench, really good team all around. I'm willing to win a championship real quick, so we can. I want to go ahead and win this championship right now. So let's see if we can go ahead and win it. I'll see you guys in the playoffs. So Luka goes back to back. Obviously, really good player. Rookie of the England is Stepan Cassell, six-man Kevin Thomas, Depoy Wimby, most improved clutch player. So at the end of the season, we were the third seed in the West. Got even better. We got Golden State. Player stats, we have 30.5 from Luka. We had a 30-point triple-double from Luka, insane. Kyrie with 22, 12.5 from DeAndre Hunter, 11 from Dennis Schroeder, 11 from Peter Washington, 10.5 from Tim Hardaway, 10 from Daniel Gafford, 10 from Jaden Hardy, 8 from Derek Lively, 7 from Dante Exum, 4.5 from Dorian Finney-Smith, and 0 from Covington. We got Golden State, so Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Kuminga, Jackson Davis, Draymond Green, Chris Paul, Podziemski, Sadiq Bey, and Bol. They have a pretty good rotation, but they're a really old team. I think we can beat them. I think we can outbeat them, in my opinion. And like I said, we're going to sweep them out. Now we got Sacramento. So, De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis, Andre Drummond, David Mitchell, Kevin Herter, Trey Lyles, and Sasha Vince Cobb. Honestly, their team isn't terrible. I think we're the better team. They want to start Finney-Smith in the playoffs, which if they think that's the right thing to do, we will do it. Sure, if they want to start Finney-Smith in the playoffs and, bench PJ Washington, even though he's having a pretty good playoff run. Sure, if you guys want to do that, if you guys thought this the best move, sure, whatever. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, we take the 2-1 lead. We take the 3-1 lead, and we're going to beat them in 5 to play Oklahoma City. So, Shea, Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Jason Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Poku, and Ujman Dang. So, the Thunder are the ultimate test in every single video. Can we beat the Thunder? Game 1, we're going to take. Great start. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, they take the 2-1 lead. Please even it up. Okay, we even it up 2-2. Who is going to take the 3-2 lead? They want to give more minutes to Daniel Gafford. Sure, they want to start Gafford and Finney-Smith in the playoffs now. I mean, like I said, I knew Gafford would be the starter in the playoffs. Lively, over, obviously, Derek Lively. Dorian Finney-Smith, I didn't see that coming, but I guess if he can, keep providing good value, we can continue to start him. PJ Washington is left at the end of the bench, only getting 9 minutes. Pretty crazy. But we missed. Since he's not getting minutes, we might go ahead and run an 8 rotation, but I'll just leave it. Who's gonna take 3 games to 2? We're gonna see right now. And the Thunder come out hot. They want to get this game, but we're still not going away. But at the very end, dang it, we're gonna lose by 5. 30 from Luka, 50 from. Okay, somebody has to guard Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, man, because wow. All right. Game 7. Can we go ahead and win the Game 7 here and see if we can, hopefully have a chance to make the finals and get Luka a championship? And luckily we are going to get the Game 7 W. All right. 110 to 141. We blow them out. 45 from Luka. We had 27 from Kyrie Irving, 17 from Tim Hardaway, 23 from Chet Holmgren. So Game 7. Can we beat the Cavaliers? They want to start PJ Washington in the playoffs now, which, sure, we'll start PJ in the playoffs, which that's what I wanted to do from the beginning, but we'll go ahead and run. I mean, Finney-Smith averaging 7, so we might not bench him, but we'll just run we'll leave. We still need a shooting off the bench, so, all right. Game 7. Let's win the game. Let's not get blown out in Game 7 like what usually happens. We come back like this, and we're going to get blown out in Game 7. W 114 119. That sucks. The Thunder just had to beat us. Shea was just cooking us the entire playoffs. She's 37 from him, 23 from Luka. Thunder going to win the championship, and it's going to keep getting even better, sadly. So LeBron James is going to retire, which I'll let him retire. He's 40 at this point, so draft lottery time. Most likely be the last year. I definitely think we have the team. Thunder have like the number 2 overall pick. Gonna keep getting freaking better. So 26 and also a second round pick. So honestly, I'm not too concerned about who we draft or what we draft. So Duran Reed, TJ Powers, sure, why not? I'll accept you guys. Team playoffs, we got Kyrie Irving declining. We got Derek Lively accepting, and we got Derek Lively going to accept. Or Anthony Smith is going to accept his player option, $15 million. So we could use it in a trade. Qualifying offers. Jaden Hardy is a guy that we could bring back. Free agency, Tatum is a free agent. Can't sign him. So Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jaden Hardy are the guys we are free agents. So Kyrie Irving, I'm obviously gonna go ahead and bring him back. So Kyrie will get a 3-year deal. Tim Hardaway at this point, I'm going to re-sign him. And then Jaden Hardy is the guy that I wouldn't mind re-signing as well. So for you guys, I'm gonna welcome you guys back into Dallas here. And then we got Luka, Skylar Mays, we got Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway, Jaden Hardy, Andre Hunter, we got PJ, Dorian Finney-Smith, Duran Reed, TJ Powers, Daniel Gafford. So what we need is a better backup point guard. I'm going to see if we can get that in free agency. And okay, oh, I forgot all about Dennis Schroeder. So Schroeder is the backup point guard, obviously. I forgot all about. So Schroeder is the backup point guard. And then we'll have Luka, Schroeder, we'll have Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway, we'll have DeAndre Hunter, Peter Washington, Dorian Finney-Smith, we have Derek Lively, and Daniel Gafford. So sign it back to small forward, and we should be fine. Got Gordon Hayward, Bojan Bogdanovic, Jordan Nwora, Mo Fontecchio. I'll sign Karis LeVert because I actually have a plan with him that always works out. So Karis LeVert on a 2-year deal, $8 million doesn't seem pretty bad. And then we can go ahead and move him to the 3, or we can move Hardaway there. So Hardaway will play 3, goes up to an 82 overall, which you love to see. So Hardaway will go up, which is great. So secondary position shooting guard, we'll have Hardaway and DeAndre Hunter shared the small forward spot. All right, I like it. I really like what we got here. If Dorian Finney-Smith goes down, I'll most likely trade him for the guy that I have interest in here. We got Kyrie, Lucas and the same. We got Lively going up. We got Tim Hardaway going up. Obviously, we moved him. Daniel Gafford going up. Washington going up. Jaden Hardy is going up. Finney-Smith stays the same. We got Skylar Mays and Greg Brown, staying the same. So, I mean, all right. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible rotation. I definitely think we're just running it back, like I said, with the same core. I feel like we have a chance of winning. We might stop at the trade deadline and trade for the guy that I have interest in, but we'll see how Finney-Smith is playing, and we'll just, see how we're playing, obviously. So Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway, Finney-Smith, DeAndre Hunter, or no, we're starting Tim Hardaway, which I'm obviously not going to do that. Tim Hardaway is coming off the bench. I'm not starting him right now. I want DeAndre Hunter to start. That's what we traded him for, obviously. So we traded him for Tim Hardaway, 1 season, forced non-starter. Luka, Kyrie, Hunter, Finney-Smith, Lively, Hardaway, Schroeder, Gafford, and then Karis LeVert is your rotation. Now we'll see you guys. Washington is actually out. Wow, I just noticed that. So I actually want PJ Washington to start now that I think about it. So doing the same thing on Finney-Smith, forced non-starter, because I honestly want PJ Washington to get minutes. What's the point of trading for him just for him to get DMPs? So Finney-Smith, forced non-starter, 1 season. Washington will start, and the Finney-Smith will be out of the rotation. So we might do the trade. We'll see. I will see you guys at the end of the season for, the results that we need. It's the MVP machine, but obviously it doesn't matter if we can't result to a championship. So Denver, Jamal Murray, Julian Strawther, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. off the bench, Nas Reed, Peyton Watson, Najee Marshall, and Cam Reddish. So can we win? We have our rotation is beautiful, right? There's no way we shouldn't. So see what happens. Denver in round 1. I don't know if you guys care about the players at this point, but I'll still show it. 30 from Luka, 22 from Kyrie, 13 from Andre Hunter, 12 from Tim Hardaway, 10 from Schroeder, and 10 from Derek Lively. So round 1 against the Nuggets, we are going to get swept. I'm done. We can't win a championship with the Knicks. Okay, I can understand the Knicks, right? With Bojan and Alec Burks retired. But it's whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.